last lecture we have started conditional statement, right? So in conditional statement, we have if statement. Okay. So in if statement, again, there are four types. So we can say there are four types in if statements. First one is simple if. First one is simple if. So in this kind of sentence, we have syntax in this way. So what is the syntax? While writing script, we write if, then followed by condition. So condition is always should be written in a square bracket, and there is a space. So once we put a square bracket, you have to give a space, then write condition, then space, and then close the bracket. Then we write action. Okay. So what does it mean? Suppose first condition fails. Okay. Suppose this condition, if we have this, then we have this action. Okay. Now we close this by giving fi. Okay. So we write if like this, fi. So we have to start with if and we have to end sequence with the fi. Okay. So here, if this condition is true, then only this action takes place. Otherwise, there will be no action. Okay. So we have discussed some examples on this in the previous class. Okay. Then second format of if statement is if else. Okay. So here what we do, we have again condition. See, we write if followed by condition. Then we can write then in the next line. If you want to continue in the same line, then do not forget a semicolon after writing condition. Okay. So when we are going to put semicolon, if you want to write then in the same line after condition, immediately if you want to write then you have to put semicolon. Okay. Here semicolon is not required. Okay. So we have this. So if condition, obviously there will be action. Okay. So we have action. So this is first action. Else. So if this condition is not true, else that means otherwise, we write action 2. Okay, we have to execute action 2. Okay. So if this condition is true, then it will going to execute action 1. If this condition get failed, then it will execute action 2. Is it clear? So this is a syntax for if else. Okay, in this case, what happened? In the first case, if this condition is true, then this action will be executed. And if this condition is not true, then there will be no action at all. Okay, so that's why we use this. Done. Then third one is nested if. Nested if. Okay, and you have to close this syntax by using fi. Okay, do not forget this. So if we start by if, then we must have to finish by fi. So you have to write fi. Okay, so in a nested if, we have condition more than two. Okay, or you may have two condition or more than two conditions. Okay, so see, in this case syntax will be like this. We write if, then we put first condition. Okay, then we have some action. Okay, we have some action. Again we write if condition, second condition, then we have action. Okay, say action 2. Okay, and then we write else. Okay, we write action 3 and we close syntax by using fi. So nested if, that means we have if first condition, then second condition. If again we have one condition, then this. If this condition is not satisfied, okay, this condition is not satisfied, then we go for action 3. Okay, the next one is, last one is ladder if. Okay, so here syntax will be like this. So we write if, we write condition 1. Okay, then action 1 takes place. Okay, elif, if this condition is not satisfied, then we go for second condition. Okay, so if we have condition 2, then there will be action 2. Okay, and so on. Elif, suppose we have condition 3, then action 3, else. Okay, we have next action, and then we close syntax by using fi. Okay, so here condition is checked one by one. If this condition follows, if this condition is not satisfied, we go for this action. If condition 2 is satisfied, we go for this action. Again, if condition is satisfied, we go for next action. And if all conditions are not satisfied, we go for action 4. Now in nested if, what happened? We have if first condition, then we have action 1. Suppose action 1. Okay. Simultaneously, if action 2 is not satisfied, then action 2. If both of fails, then we go for next. Okay. So this will be more clear while taking example. Okay. Now let us move to next example. So see, while getting scripting part, okay, so we have to start with a hash and then exclamatory mark. Okay. Then we have to write /bin/bash. So this should be always there at the top of the file. Okay. Then in order to get an entry from user, we define variable, and simultaneously we want to get input from user. That's why we write a read. Okay, -p, and then we enter variable a, b, whatever. Okay. Now, in order to suppose enter this, in order to echo this statement, suppose the value of a is, okay. So this is going to be printed, and variable we write here a. Okay. So if we write read -p and a, this considered as a variable directly, and whatever we write in double quote, that will be seen in your terminal, on your terminal. Okay. So we write, so this is for entering variable from user. Okay. So let us take one simple example first. That will be based on simple if. Okay. Or we can take if and else. Okay. First case is very simple. Directly we can jump on second case. Okay. So see, we use this because in first case, what happened? If only this condition is satisfied, then it will going to execute this action. Otherwise, there will be no action. Okay. In second, okay, if else, we never use this. Okay, we always prefer if else. So if condition 1 is not satisfied, then we go for second condition. Okay. So let us move to terminal first. Okay. So see, I have created some sh file. Okay, bash file doc.sh, file1sh, we have script1sh. So let us modify file1sh, file1.sh. Okay. So already we have this one script. Okay, and this is, I think, based on first sentence. Okay. Now see, whoever is doing this first scripting lecture for them, say this, read -p, there should be space, then we enter your name, and name is variable. Outside the code there is a variable. Okay. Now see, what is action? If name is Kapil, so we know variable is always executed by writing $. Okay. So new students, see, whenever we have variables, okay, a is variable. In order to read variable, we always write $, and then we write a. If name is variable, then we write $name. Okay. So a may be anything, whatever the value of a entered here, that will be printed by using this symbol $a. Okay. So let us move to screen again. Now say this. This is our simple if format. Okay. Enter your name. Name is variable. If $name is equal to Kapil, then this action takes place. Okay, hi dollar name, so whatever is the name. Okay, then good morning. Okay, and this is over. Now say if I remove this, see if we remove this and let us run this script. See, already I have written at the top hash. Okay, and then we have exclamatory mark, then we have bin bash. Okay, so save this first. Okay, and we run this. Okay, so we have, okay, so in order to run the script, always we are going to put dot, then forward slash, and whatever is the name of file. Okay, now see, enter your name. Why this occurs? Because we use read command. Okay, so which helps us to enter the value from user. Okay, so in this case I am a user, so suppose we enter any name. Suppose if we enter, suppose Kapil. Okay, then say hi Kapil, good morning. Okay, if we enter other name, okay, suppose again we run the file, run the same script. It should be file 1. So if we enter, suppose we enter any name other than Kapil, suppose we enter Kiran. Okay, then see there is no action at all. Okay, there is no action at all. Okay, so see, if what is our format of if statement, if name is Kapil only, we have this action, hi dollar name, okay, and then good morning. Okay, so in order to print, suppose any statement, okay, I'm not entering action. Okay, remember students, after entering fi, okay, see this format, this is syntax for if is over once I have written fi. So after this, suppose we write echo. Okay, so we write echo. So if we write echo, okay, and in double quote, we write, how are you? So already I have covered this in the previous lecture. Okay, so friends, there are two commands now. One is formed by conditional statement, that is simple if, and this is a second condition. Okay, this is your second, not condition, this is your second command. Okay, so this is first conditional statement, and fi, that means this is over, conditional statement is over at this point after writing fi, and this is our second command. Now already we know friends why we use the concept of script, because we want to execute the command more than one command at a time. Okay, so you have n number of commands. If we made a script and run, then all commands are executed at a time. Okay, so whenever you study new command, it is always recommended to run the same command by using scripting file. Okay, so once we when we use only one command. Okay, when we use only one command with the help of script, okay, that will be time consuming. Okay, still you should know the concept of script very well. Okay, for that it is always better whenever you study one command, run on terminal, and with the help of script also try to run the same command. Okay, so here we are running two commands. Okay, now let us see this fi is over, so statement is over, so this is always executed. Okay, so let us first save this. Okay, and we try to execute the file. Okay, we try to execute the script. Okay, so we have ./file1.sh, and if we enter, now see, already we know when there is Kapil, see, if we enter this name Kapil, then this will be there. Hi Kapil, good morning. Because what is our if syntax? If name is Kapil, then you have to show this message. Hi Kapil, good morning. Okay. Now we have entered one more command. Okay, which command? Echo, how are you? So let us see if I enter Kapil, what happened. Now see, hi Kapil, good morning. This is because of if statement. So already we have defined variable as a Kapil, and if name is Kapil, then we get this, and after finishing if statement, it is echoing how are you. Okay, now let us again enter, let us run again the same script, and suppose we enter another name other than Kapil. Okay, suppose we enter name Swati. Okay, so if we enter this name, okay, Swati other than Kapil, it is not executing this. Hi Swati, good morning. This is not executing this. Okay, it is executing direct how are you. It has a skipped if statement. Okay, already I have told you there is only one action. See, there is only one action. This action takes place if this condition is true. Now in this case name was Kapil, so that's why we have got this action. It was showing this. Okay, if name is not Kapil, then this action is not printed, but after fi already we have given one command echo how are you, so that's why script was showing second part only. Okay, see, after entering name other than Kapil, okay, we have first command, there is no any action. Okay, that because that condition was not true, so that's why it is showing direct second command how are you. Okay, now suppose you want to show same message for Swati also, then you have to jump on second if statement. So let us check what is our second statement. See, second statement was like this. Okay, if else, see what is second statement? If there is this condition, then this action one, else. Now what is mean by else? That means this condition is not satisfied, then this action. Okay, so already we discussed, friends, already we discussed. See, do not confuse between this how are you. This is a echo command which is given after completing if a format. So if this command was not there, see, already we have discussed this. Say when we enter Kiran, it was not showing anything. Okay. Now for Kiran also, if you want to execute some message for him, then you have to run if action, you have to provide action 2 also. Okay, if condition 1 is not true, okay, action 1. If it is fails, then you have to provide action 2 when condition 1 fails. Okay, so again let us see the format of if else. See, we have this condition action 1. If this fails, then take this action 2. Okay, and then we close fi. Okay, so let us run this again. So this is again, students, complete revision of previous class. Okay, so we have this. So we edit by using vi command. Okay, so we have enter your name. Name is variable, so dollar name is Kapil. Okay, and if we have name is Kapil, then we want to show this action echo hi Kapil, good morning. Okay, now what we are going to do, see, we are now using else. Okay, so we write else. So what is action? See, friends, if name is Kapil, this is action. Okay, if name is not Kapil, okay, then we write, we want to show this message hi. Okay, now we are not defining variable for name other than Kapil. Okay, so we write hi guest, how are you, or hi guest, good morning. Okay, and suppose we remove this because we want to focus only on okay. So see, now fi syntax get completed here. Okay, so see again, if we have this name, then this is the action. Otherwise, else means otherwise, this will be action. Okay, so let us save this first. And let us run script by using dot forward slash file1 dot sh, name of the file. Okay, now suppose we enter this name. Now we have this message. Okay, again run the script and enter Kiran. Okay, now see this message. Hi, good morning. Okay, so I have made mistake in writing spelling of this, so that doesn't matter, friends. Now see this. Enter your name. There was no message after entering name other than Kapil. Okay, so there was no message. Now here we have message for Kiran also. Okay, so other than any person other than Kapil, we have this message. Okay, so that will be done by using, that was done by using if else syntax. Okay, so let me clear the terminal. Okay, now again, suppose here we write one more command, echo. We write echo, we write how are you. So this is your another command. Okay, one is by conditional statement. So this is the part for conditional statement. Okay, so this is one command and this would be our second command. Done. So let us run this. Okay, so so suppose we write any name other than Kapil. Now see, so hi guys, good morning, and how are you? Okay, so if we enter the name Kapil, so run the script again, and if we enter the name Kapil, then see we have this. Hi Kapil, good morning. So this is for if else statement, and how are you? This is execution for our second command. Okay, so this is way of writing if else statement. Okay, so now let us take one more example. Okay, so for that I would like to share first page. Okay, so suppose we have one problem like this. Okay, suppose just a minute. Suppose we take one example like this. Suppose we have given number. Okay, suppose it is 22, suppose 199, or it is 1020. Okay, so we can enter any number. This is 2-digit number, this is 3-digit, and third number is 4-digit number. Okay, or you may have any number. Okay, so we want to write a script. Okay, we want to write script for an integer number, and we want to check. Okay, so we write a script that reads an integer, and so in order to read we have to use read command, and check whether it is two digit number. Okay, so there is only one condition. You have to check whether it is 2-digit number or not. So what is our action? What should be our condition, and what should be action? Obviously action we write it is 2-digit number. If it is not 2-digit number, otherwise we write it is not a 2-digit number. So we use if else. So we write if, we write action. If this condition is not true, otherwise we have second action. So here, what is first action? It is 2-digit number. So we echo it is a 2-digit number. If this condition is not satisfied, okay, then we write second action, echo, okay, second action. Okay, what is second action? It is not a 2-digit number. Okay, so one more example on if else. Now friends, can you tell me what should be condition? What should be condition? How to write condition? Yes, any students from engineering background or students? All of you have mathematics in 12th standard. Okay. So it is not about whether you are from engineering or not. Okay. Yes. What is meant by two-digit number? See, what is minimum two-digit number? Okay. So we have 0 to 9. These are one-digit numbers. Okay. So once we have this number 10, okay, it will be two-digit number, and maximum two-digit number is 99. So any number between 10 and 99, including 10 and 99, are two-digit number. Okay. So once we cross 99, we have all numbers greater than three-digit number, or we can say they will not be two-digit numbers. Okay. So they are either three-digit number. Okay. So if we continue, then we get four-digit number, five-digit number, and so on. Okay. So this condition we write over here. Okay. So if we can write condition like this: if 10 less than or equal to, okay, suppose we have number a, integer a, okay, less than or equal to 99. So if this condition is satisfied, number between 10 and 99, then you can say this is two-digit number. Done. Otherwise it will not be two-digit number. Okay. So it may be three number, four-digit number. Okay. So we are not writing condition for that. We have to check whether it is two-digit number or three or not. Okay. So back to terminal. Okay. First we have to write script for this. Okay. So okay. So we write here read dash p, enter a number. Okay. Enter an integer. Enter an integer. Okay. Oh my God. Enter, we say any integer. Okay. Enter any integer. And for that, we use symbol A. So A is variable. Whatever you have written out of double quote after read, it is assigned as a variable. A is your variable. So write any integer, say A. Okay. So A is our integer. So we write if. Now we write here condition. So you have to write okay the value of, see we write here variable is a may be anything. Okay. So we write 10. Okay. Less than or equal to $a, less than or equal to suppose 99. Okay. So we have this. Okay. Then echo. So here we have it is a two-digit number. It is a two-digit number. Okay. Else, if this condition is not satisfied, okay, so we write it is not a two-digit number. Okay. And then this condition is not required. Okay. So let us save this. Okay. And we try to execute the file. Okay. Now see, enter any integer a. Tell me any integer. Yes. Anjali, tell me any integer. Tell me your any favorite number. Yes, Anjali.
Sir.
Yes.
Please enter 10.
Enter 10. Okay. So if we write 10, okay, and if we enter, oh, no such file or directory. It is
Sir, please go to the statement.
okay. Space should not be there.
No. 10 is greater than equal to. Do this.
Hey, students, I think this is I have entered O.
There must be greater than. You put there less than.
बरोबर आहे ना 10. एकच मिनिट.
10 पेक्षा आपल्याला वरती पाहिजेत ना, त्यापेक्षा कमी नाही पाहिजे. 10 किंवा 10 पेक्षा वरती, बरोबर आहे.
मग ठीक आहे ना, म्हणजे जो नंबर आहे ना,
हा
10 आणि 99 मध्ये येतो.
म्हणजे कसं 10 किंवा 10च्या पेक्षा जास्त आणि 99 पेक्षा 99 किंवा 99 पेक्षा कमी, त्या रेंज मध्ये आपल्याला 2 डिजिट इंटिजर पाहिजेत, बरोबर.
हो. नाही ऍक्च्युली मी आता इथे काय केलं होतं, 1 O केला होता. एक मिनिट मी रन करून बघतो.
हा चल बघ.
एक मिनिट. escape W2 enter. So if we run the file again, enter number suppose 10. Oh my god. No file, it is not a two-digit number. Just a minute. काय रिझन असलं पाहिजे ना
सर, इथं ग्रेटर दॅन करा, 10च्या नंतर ग्रेटर दॅन इक्वल टू करा साइन. तिथं तेवढं करून बघा, बघू होतं का.
ग्रेटर दॅन याचं लेस दॅनचं सिम्बॉल बरोबर आहे का.
सर तेच बोलतो मी, ते सिम्बॉल आहे ना 10 इंटू, तो लेस दॅन आहे, तो ग्रेटर दॅन करा तिथं 10च्या नंतर.
हे बघा ऍक्च्युली कसं होतं माहितीये का, सागर बोलतोय ना.
हो.
हा सागर बघा, हा नंबर आहे, ठीक आहे. आता एक नंबर आपण सपोज घेतलाय 25, ठीक आहे. तर हा नंबर तू कसा लिहिणार, 25 तू कसं लिहिणार, 10 आणि 99 च्या मध्ये लिहिणार ना. मग त्यासाठी हा जो नंबर आहे हा 25 हा नंबर 10 पेक्षा मोठा आहे ना. मग त्यामुळे साईन असंच राहायला पाहिजे ना.
हा सर, पण आपल्याला त्यांच्या रेंज मध्ये पाहिजे ना, त्यासाठी बोलतो. कारण मी सी मध्ये तसंच करायचं, म्हणजे ते लूप वगैरे असायचे ना, त्यासाठी त्याच्या रेंज मध्ये असेल ना, तर जे आपले लेस दॅन आहे म्हणजे 10 त्याच्यापेक्षा जास्त, 10 पेक्षा जास्त ग्रेटर दॅन, आणि जे आपल्याला पुढचा जो नंबर पाहिजे किंवा 99 म्हणा किंवा दुसरा एक म्हणा, त्यापेक्षा लेस दॅन किंवा इक्वल टू, असं हे साईन मध्ये हे
मग
करायचं.
आपल्याला असं करावं लागेल. शुभम स्पेस कुठे रे? नाही नाही, त्याचं काही संबंध नाही शुभम, कारण की ते इको काय होतं, इको जेव्हा असतं ना, ते जे काय असेल ते ठीक आहे, ते स्पेस झालेलं आहे, पण त्याने नाही फरक पडत, कारण की आपले 1 2 3 आपल्या लाईन्स किती आहेत बघा बरं इथे. 1 2 3 4 5 6. हा, इथे काहीतरी आपलं एरर आहे. Escape, Shift:W, Q, Enter. लाईन 6 मध्ये काहीतरी एरर.
तर
हा,
तेवढं फक्त तिथं ग्रेटर साईन एकदा फक्त लावून बघ ना, बघू आपण फक्त होतंय का.
बरोबर, चालेल, ठीक आहे. मग काय करायचं, 10 ग्रेटर करायचं का इथे फक्त?
हो हो, तेवढंच बघा.
असं.
हा सर, हा फक्त चेक करून बघू आपण होतंय.
10. अजून काही चेंजेस नाही ना?
नाही सर.
नाही ना. एक मिनिट. स्पेस देऊन बघूया. हा स्टुडंट्स, डॉलर ए लिहिले ना आपण, लिहिले ना, डॉलर ए लिहिले तर. हा, पण एरर कुठली आहे ती? एरर आहे, पण कुठली एरर आहे? लाईन 6 वर एरर आहे, एकदम बरोबर आहे, पण ती एरर कळत नाही आपल्याला. स्पेस काढून बघितलं ना आपण. स्पेस काढून बघितलं आपण. तर विद्यार्थ्यांनो, अजून एक आपल्याकडे कन्सेप्ट आहे, म्हणजे ग्रेटर दॅन साठी अजून एक कन्सेप्ट आहे, तो मी यूज करतो. ठीक आहे, आपण असा कन्सेप्ट यूज करू शकतो. मे बी सागर
सर.
सी मध्ये असं म्हणजे तू अँड ने कनेक्ट करत असेल ना मग तो नंबर.
हो अँड डबल अँड
ने मग असं येणार मुलांनो, ए ग्रेटर दॅन 10 अँड ऍट द सेम टाइम ए लेस दॅन 99. मे बी मग हा जो सिंटॅक्स लिहितोय ना आपण, हा दिस काइंड ऑफ, हा काइंड ऑफ तो एंटर करत नसेल. ठीक आहे, तर आपण तसं चेक करून बघूया. अँड ने मग ही कंडिशन बरोबर आहे, कारण की 10 पेक्षा मोठा, ठीक आहे, आणि 99 पेक्षा लहान, मग मध्ये अँड आपल्याला लावावं लागेल. तसं बघूया आपण. Okay, so we write $E less than or equal to 99, $E greater than or equal to 10. ठीक आहे, आणि मध्ये अँड द्यावा लागेल. ओके, so escape WQ enter. Suppose we enter 25. Oh my gosh. बरं, याच्यासाठी सिम्बॉल बरोबर आहेत का रे मुलांना? सी चे स्टुडंट्स, सागर, हा सिम्बॉल ग्रेटर दॅन इक्वल टू साठी बरोबर आहे का?
हा सर.
आणि अँड साठी?
अँड साठी पण सिंगलच असतो एक्झॅक्टली. मी पण म्हणजे आता जवळपास प्रॅक्टिस नव्हती केली, म्हणजे सीझन तर वेगळं ऍडमिनिस्ट्रेशनच्या ह्याच्यात केलं, त्यामध्ये पूर्णपणे सोडून दिली त्यांनी.
ठीक आहे, आता एक काम करू, आपला वेळ होतोय 12 वाजता, तर आपण काय करू, उद्या करू, मी याच्यावर जरा रिसर्च करतो. ठीक आहे,
हो चालेल.
कंटिन्यू करू आपण. चलो, ओके, बाय.